those of you who are having trouble with adding fractions, hopefully this video will help you understand.
First, let's start off with the basics that you'll need to learn how to add fractions.
A strategy that you need to learn before you add fractions is finding the lowest common denominator. So let's say that we have 1 over 4 and 1 over 6, and you have to find the lowest common multiples between the denominators. And for those of you who don't know, 1 is the numerator and 4 is the denominator. So we have to find the common multiples between the denominators. So we need to write out the multiples of 4 and the multiples of 6. So the multiples of 4 are 4, 8, and 12. Okay, let's stop there. Now let's write out the multiples of 6. So it would be 6, 12, and we can stop there because we already see a common multiple, 12 and 12. So that means that the lowest common multiple between 4 and 6 would be 12.
Now that you have an idea on how to find the lowest common denominator, let's start off with a basic addition question. Step 1 is to find the lowest common denominator. So let's do 3 over 4 plus 1 over 2. Now let's find out the lowest common multiple. So the multiples of 4 are 4 and 8, and for 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8. So the lowest common multiple is 4. Okay, so that's how you find out the lowest common multiple. Okay.
Step 2. Create equivalent fractions for each fraction with your new denominator. For those of you who don't know what equivalent fractions are, there are two fractions that have the same value but have different numbers in them.
All right, so our fractions were 3 over 4 and 1 over 2. So what you need to do is find out equivalent fractions for both of them, but with a denominator of 4, because that was your lowest common denominator. So because the denominator for this one is already 4, we have to put, they stay the same, so these stay the same. But for 1 over 2, we need to change the denominators. So we know that 2 times 2 equals 4. So 2 times 2 equals 4. And whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So that means 1 times 2, which would be 2 over 4. So your equivalent fractions for 1 over 2 would be 2 over 4.
Now that we have equivalent fractions with common denominators, we can add fractions. So 3 over 4 plus 2 over 4 equals 5 over 4. Why? Because you only add numerators. 3 plus 2, which would equal 5.
Step 4. Simplify and convert your improper fraction to a mixed fraction.
Our sum was 5 over 4. So we're going to change this improper fraction into a mixed fraction. So to turn an improper fraction into a mixed fraction, you have to divide the top number by the bottom number. So let's do... So 4 goes into 5 one time, which will mean that 1 will be your whole number. 1 times 4 equals 4. So 5 take away 4 would be 1. 1 would be the remainder. So that means that your answer would be 1 whole and 1/4.